Alright, hey everybody. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Mine is going pretty well, so yep, I'm ready to get started programming. Alright, so today, well, let's just go ahead and play and see where I left off. If I remember correctly, we got the camera, so you can right click or left click to drag, right click rotates, and then the mouse wheel scrolls in and out. So yeah, pretty good. I mean, it's just a very basic system, but it'll get the job done for now. Oh, hey Stormy, right here at the beginning. Good to see ya. I'm pretty good. How are you? Okay, so yeah, everything is perfect here. Might want to invert the Y direction on the mouse. Usually you have that up to an option, so I think I'll go ahead and invert it because it's more natural for me. Where is it? Right here. And then I want to invert this. Oh, very hyped for vacation, yeah, I bet. Okay, yeah, that seems a little better to me. I guess it looks the same to you because you can't see how I'm moving my mouse, but... Game's going great. Going to import or finally get rid of some of these gray boxes. Alright, so the main thing here on the block prototype, well, so this will probably be more complicated later because we're going to need to change how this works. Because I think that mods will want to be able to change the model that a block uses depending on which blocks are next to it, for example. But for now we'll just have a single model. And so I guess let's go ahead and load it. Okay, so one interesting thing about this, so you can see here on the mod load manager, hey Tony, is Tony? Sure. The game is still pretty early. We've gotten to the point now where I'm going to start adding content, but yeah, you can see this is a map. It was generated from a save file. And you can kind of see that it's going to be 3D hexagon based, and then these are the monsters. And I think it might let me, yeah, and see I just clicked to move them. So yeah, it's pretty basic at the moment. Yeah, I think making pretty good progress, thanks. Basically, so we're gonna load the map blocks, and then we have to wait until this XML file is loaded to then load the model from it. So this, I'm trying to decide. I guess we should just have a string of the block XML files. Let's see. So this just, okay, it just adds it when it's done. It doesn't fire any event back. So I guess what we would do in the mod load manager is we would just keep checking every frame until we see the object exists and where we expect it. Okay, so let's see. This file is getting pretty large. I'm not sure exactly how to split that up. I'm gonna have to think about that. This would be waiting block XML. Okay, so we can just do it right here. Do I have any games I haven't made myself? Yeah, I usually I have a huge backlog of stuff I need to get to. Right, so I guess what we'll do is we'll add the XML file. So this should probably return the name in the database here. Okay, so string name and database. And then we can just move this here. Lately I've been playing Overwatch a lot. Smile. Haven't had a whole lot of time lately to play though, to be honest. But I've been finishing up Zelda on the Switch. That's pretty fun. String XML. I guess you just say name and database. Okay, so first we need to see if this is already loaded. So if do we have, so I don't have a reference to the loaded assets here, do I? Oh no, I do. Final assets. So if final assets XML objects contains key. Okay, then it's already loaded, so we can call I guess load tile prototype file. I'll just go ahead and create a function for this real quick. Oh, I have a ton more games, I just haven't been playing them lately. I can actually have like a website that I use to track, because I've been trying to whittle down my backlog, but it's not going too well. Okay, so I want to get the block prototype. It is final assets, XML objects, name and database as block prototype. And so then if the prototype is null, what's it complaining about? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the mods version. Tamer mods. With AAA games? I mean, I have a bunch of them. Here, I can give you my that website I was talking about. Oh no, no command. I don't have a chatbot set up. But I got really into like humble bundles and stuff when they first came out, so I have way too many games than I have time to play. Lately I haven't been buying that many though, so. Alright, so now we have that, we can load what do I call it? I guess load asset. Okay, the only problem is I don't have this information anymore, so obviously I need to store more than just the name in the database. I'd really like to separate this out into a different file, but I'm not really sure. I don't think there's a good way to do it. Anyway, public class, so block prototype waiting, so string name and database, and then we need the mod name, mod file path. I guess I call it the folder, don't I? Folder path. But I could just pass this stuff here probably. Okay, so now I can call load asset, mod name, mod folder, oh wait, folder path. Okay, and the asset path would be prototype model. The exception name would be string format. Mod block. Model. You can pass the mod name and probably the prototype name is fine. Okay, so now this will load the model for us. Okay, and if this already exists, then we can just say mod name, folder path. Okay, so, but if this XML object does not exist yet, we need to add it to the waiting block XML array. Oh right, and it's a string, or a list of string right now. Change that here. Okay, so the name and database, we could just pass that. Okay. And then down here in this, do we have an update function? No, I don't. Well, I've got to. Yeah, right here. Okay, so yeah, this works at the very end. Well, see, Storm, I haven't really spent that much because I probably only bought like 5% of those games in Steam. They mostly came from Humble Bundle. So and I usually only spent like $5 per bundle when you get like 8 games or something. Oh, Humble Bundle? It's just a game. What's it? A game like store, and they do every week or so they do a game bundle that you, yeah, like I said, you get a few games for pretty cheap. The bundle going on right now is not that good, but so, well, I guess as long as we check the XML before this line, then we won't ever have a problem of this line triggering when we're still not ready. So, yeah, if waiting block XML. I guess we don't even need to do that, we can just say for each. If I can type. Was waiting block XML count. Don't have a game in common. Yeah, I haven't really played many recent games, unfortunately. Because like I said, I don't buy very many games. I used to have a pretty big problem buying games that I didn't have time to play. Okay, so waiting equals. So I guess I'm just gonna call this again. I suppose it's not that hard to copy. So if waiting, if it contains this, that means we're ready to load. Oh, it's not showing up. Load tile prototype. Oh, I called it tile. It's need to try and keep the names straight. Okay, so waiting mod name, and then oops, picked the wrong variable, of course. Yeah, that's the great thing about summer vacation. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. What games have you been playing lately? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never really gotten into those. I used to not really like shooters until I tried Overwatch, so I probably would enjoy them more now, but... Okay, and then, yeah, once this happens, we also need to remove it from this list. So, waiting block XML, remove at I. And again, we're going to iterate backwards because this lets you remove while iterating and you don't have to worry about skipping anything. Okay, so yeah, I guess let's see how this works. I'm not really happy with it because I know for sure I'm going to need to at least copy the same thing for the monster prototypes. And this file is getting really big, so I'll need to think about how I can split that up. But anyway, we can load the model now. So what I should do... I should make some more testing. Yeah, so I should remove this from the asset bundle. Wait, the monster's not even part of the asset bundle, okay. And I think I'll just copy this. And yeah, really, these should kind of all be in that testing folder because they'll be excluded from the final game. Okay, so let's call this, I don't know, dirt. I think I had a dirt and a stone tile set up. Where is it? Test content. Yeah, dirt and stone. So we'll make a prefab for both. But basically all they'll have is slightly different colored materials. Okay, so dirt material. I'm actually going to make it green. And then I'll copy this for stone. Alright, I need to do that. And then let's change this color. Let's do something dark brown. The stone is usually blue. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh yeah, Storm. Yeah, some people just don't understand video games, but I guess they didn't grow up with them, so can't blame them too much. I think I want this to be a little darker, not so saturated. I spend 20% of the time playing. Well, that's probably good. And I still think video games are a great hobby because they've got to be better than just watching TV at least, but it's also good to do other stuff too, so it seems like you have a good balance. Okay, and yeah, these don't need an animator actually. Not that it makes much difference, but okay, and I do need a collider. Alright, and they have this layer set up. I definitely should not do that because the mod authors won't have access to the layers. So I'll need to change that somewhere, but some days you spend a lot more time playing, well that's fine too. Everybody's gotta have a day off. I think so anyway. Let's see. Okay, and then I need to add these to the asset bundle. Let's make a new one. This will be for the... I'll just name it the same as the mod. I think they all need to be lower space, so... Okay. So we have that set up. While I'm in here, let's go ahead and make some test monsters. Switch it, I guess I'll just call this oh right, it's not gonna rename it. Well, it probably shouldn't be green because the dirt is green. I need to make another material. And then I'll make another one. Actually, maybe they'll be silver and gold. And so I guess silver will be player 2. I need to... There we go. Okay, and I guess I should make sure that's not too close to stone. Yeah, that looks fine. So I guess these are gold now, so I'll go ahead and rename it. How do I spend my vacation? Well, usually I try to stay away from the computer, to be honest. But on the weekend I just I don't really know, nothing special really. I do play games, sometimes I do watch some TV, spend time with family and friends. Lately I've been liking to go bike. And then of course I spend a lot of time at the gym. But I guess that's not really a vacation. Okay, so now we have all this set up. If you're playing a game right now, then yeah. Yeah, I'm usually just so busy that on my vacations I like to just try to relax, so. Oh, okay. Alright, so now go ahead and make the monster prototype, because I want to be able to load those different models for each monster. And someday I need to try and make something a little more creative for these monster models. Well, because we'll need to do like animations and stuff, and you can't really do anything like that with those capsules. Oh, you're editing now? Sounds good. So we'll just have a name here and also a model. So it'll basically be exactly the same as the block prototype right now. Okay, so monster prototypes. Okay, so I need to do pretty much the same thing I did the block prototypes with monsters now. And like I said, it's a little weird. I wonder, maybe I can reuse this class. So we'll just rename this as XML file waiting. Okay, and then we'll also have another one for monsters. These might be the only two types of XML we have to do this for. We'll see. Oh, you're using Vegas Pro? Well, thanks, Storm, but yeah, I think I'm used to the program I have, so. Alright, so we loaded the blocks. So we load every block, even ones that aren't. Okay, yeah, I guess this is how we should do it. Because I was going to say that even blocks that aren't used in the map, but some blocks might be used for like monster abilities and stuff, so yeah, this is fine. So if this has any monster prototypes, then let's do this. Monster, if I can spell it right. I give it the right type there. And then waiting monster XML and loads monster prototype file. And we can pretty much just copy this word for word right now. In the future, I know that they'll have many different values, but I'm gonna write a list. Okay, sounds good. Okay. And then up here we need to copy this as well. So monster. And then loads monster. Oh gosh, I can't spell monster tonight. That was pretty easy. Feels like we could extract this. Might as well right now. Okay, so let's say check waiting XML. And then we'll have a list of XML file waiting as the first argument. And then action, which is basically function. We can just type this like that. And this way we don't have to use the same, or copy and paste that code over again. And then load block prototype file. I think this actually creates quite a bit of garbage every time this is executed because it has to create a new object, but this is just in the loading phase, so it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, so let's just, if I press play now it won't do anything. Well, actually, I think it'll say there's an error because it can't find the model, so let's see what happens. Yeah, null reference exception. So let's see what that is about. Oh, because I didn't create the monster one. Oops. Oh, how strange it actually loaded. I thought it would, see, reference doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and see. So it's loading XML. Okay, so it loads them, but it doesn't load the models. Because what I was expecting to happen was it would load the models, see that there was both null, and so then we would get this error. So let's see, debug log. Loading block, are loading assets from block prototype. And I can do the same thing here, loading assets from monster. Okay. Loading assets. Okay, so it does load the assets, and it's after the XML file, which is what I expected. But it doesn't throw an error. Oh. Yeah, this is silly. I said if prototype is null, then we load stuff, but it should, if prototype is null, then we need to throw an error. So throw new mod load exception. So let's see. Expected block prototype and asset found that. So name a database. Get type. So that should be a good error message, I think. Although, of course, well, no, this wouldn't be null because we wouldn't have gotten to this part. Expected monster prototype. Alright, so let's try this again. Okay, so now I got a null reference. Oh, it's the same thing. And I think that's because I deleted the old prefab, so the game just doesn't know what to do about that. But it shouldn't have gotten all the way through, so... Okay, so it did throw mod load exceptions, but the game's still... Maybe it's... Oh, I bet it's because right here I don't do a try catch. So I think I'll just move this try out. Because yeah, if there's an exception, we definitely don't want to go farther. Is that all good? Alright, let's try this one more time. Okay, yeah, so this time we got an error. So no value given for expected asset, test content block stone model, okay. And that's just because we need to open up the mod files and edit in the correct file path. I'm not sure why I have those open, but oh yeah, because they were corrupted, so I was testing it. Okay, so stone. Oh right, okay, I was confused there. Model / model. Let's see, the model would be test content / what did I call it? Tile stone, I think. Oh no, just stone. Maybe I should. I keep calling them tiles, or not tiles, they're blocks. Oops, I don't need to put an S there. So it's actually stone tile. And then I can copy this to the dirt prototype. Let's see what happens now. Well, I shouldn't throw an error, but actually they won't show up still because the block model spawner doesn't know how to access these. Unable to load asset bundle test content. Oh, right. Okay, so now we need to go to assets, build asset bundles, and then we need to move the assets over to the new file. So we get to the right folder. Alright, so we have asset bundles folder here. And we want to move all these into the test content file. Actually, I think I just need to, yeah, I'm going to delete that. I'll just have the test content. And hopefully, I'm going to see if that'll give us an error. Because I can see when we have different assets that we want to put in the test content and then in the framework mod, it might be difficult to do from within one folder, so I'm hoping that works. Unable to load asset test content dirt tile not contain. Oh, I did it again. I called it a tile, didn't I? Yeah, so it's dirt block and stone block. I guess I'm just so used to working with 2D systems. Okay, so now it loaded. I mean, we're getting an error here because this is the same one. It's because the block prefab creator is trying to instantiate yeah, the missing game object, which was the old just gray block. So what we need to do, oh, I should check to make sure that everything is loaded in the game data before I go farther. Okay, so we have the models. Oh, it's empty. That's not good. Oh, you know what? I think it's because in the mod, or I call it the asset organizer now, I don't save any of the models I just loaded, so they just get unloaded. So, okay, so this, oh yeah, it records the names of the block prototypes for the map generator. And then don't I have, yeah, this add model class, so database block prototypes, or have that actually. Okay, so L data, okay, so I don't have a model yet. I'll just go simple. Like I said, in the future, we'll probably have several models for every block. Equals add model. And the key is the mod data model. Is that correct? Oh no, we have to put the mod name in it, so let's see. Mod files helper, and then asset key, so mod name. Okay, so that should work. You got quite a bit of stuff. It's another perk of being a student, I have to say. Good collection there, though. Okay, so also need to do this for monsters. So I guess I'll go ahead and do that. I'll leave the abilities there, but I mean, we don't know how they're going to be stored yet, so. Oh, alright. So add monster prototypes. Gosh, I keep spelling that wrong. So monster prototype map. I'm just gonna rename, because this is logic here will be about the same, except it's monster prototype. Okay, so just rename a couple strings here. We don't have a name for the prototype. Yeah, we do. Oh, it's private. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. And then database dot monster prototypes. Okay, don't have an array for that yet. Okay, and then we'll just go ahead and create it right here. Okay, so that's all good, and then if we add the model like that, then you just need to call this function again. I guess I don't have to. Just call the framework, and do I need Oh, I do need this map because it has to go between both the blocks. I mean, for all monsters. Where is this created? Right there. Okay, I guess to keep things simple, I'll just, I want to intertwine the code for the blocks and monsters. Okay, I'll make sure I don't forget to rename one of those. Okay, we don't need an empty. So yeah, I don't need that code there. Yeah, then I guess we can have, there'll be an error here if some monster doesn't exist. We need at least one monster. So if database monster prototypes count. Well, we also need at least one or two tiles, because if the only tile is empty, you can't really do much there. Stream format. Oh, I forgot the new keyword. At least one monster prototype must be supplied. That's the word I'm looking for. Guess I didn't need to do a format, but that's okay. And then here, if the count is less than or equal to 1, you can keep the same text because yeah, if there's only one prototype in here, then we know that the mods didn't supply any of their own, which would be a problem. Okay, so let's see what happens now. Okay, so an error happened, but we see at least it loaded the models. Oh, but this is wrong though. It loaded them twice. Why? Do I call add 2 times? Contents, block prototypes. For some reason it loaded them twice, so I'm gonna print out some information here. Debug log. Well, I mean, it should have given an error because they'd have the same name. Let's just see. String format, block, proto, mod, and then the block prototype name. That's fine. Maybe it's because of that error. Well, if that was the case, that's still a problem. So still it loaded the dirt and stone twice, which doesn't make any sense. Asset organizer 78, 67, and 78. So let's look. Oh, I knew I'd forget to rename something. But I mean, that does kind of... Oh, well no, it didn't throw an error because it was using this different name map. Okay, let's see what happened. If I call this again, we should get an error that there's a name collision. I just want to make sure. Let's see. Block prototype has already taken name dirt. Okay, so that's fine. Alright, so now it should load through, except it will say there's no monsters still, but there shouldn't be extra prototypes in here. Okay, good. And so now I can take out that debug string. I'll just comment it, I guess. So now, in our test content table of contents, I need to add the monsters. So monster prototype. So a little m, I think. And this would be gold and silver. So let's create those new files. Copy that. Monster proto gold and silver. Okay, so let's edit it on Notepad++. Okay, and this is block prototype, so I need to change it to monster on both. I wonder if I deleted this extra stuff. I'll just delete it here and see if it complains. I don't really know what it does, but okay, so this would be gold and silver. So I think I call it gold monster and silver monster. Okay. That should be all I have to do to get them to load. Valid cast exception. I didn't see that before. Oh, it's because I'm still using these block prototypes. But I should... That's actually a good point. I don't want that error to happen. Okay, so try... catch... that's not gonna be a good idea. I mean, it would work fine, but it's going to be a bit messy. Let's do it this way. So if mod data equals null, we'll throw an error. Mod load exception, and we can use the same one that happened in the mod load manager. Oh, where is it? This one. Okay, and I'll just copy this down here, except I'll need to change this to monster prototype. Okay, so let's try that again. Okay, so it loaded all the way through, which is fine. And then if we look in the data, we can see we have the 4 models loaded. Oh, it doesn't show the monster prototypes because it's probably not serializable yet. So let's do that. Yeah, that's fine. So let's try one more time. Okay, yeah, so now we have gold and silver. Okay, looking good. Alright, so now I guess we need to have these objects spawn the correct models for now. Okay, so it doesn't actually even have the game data. Okay, and the prefab. Alright, so this has an int. Alright. Let's do int block ID, battlefields map, and that should cast automatically. It does. Right, so if we know that 0 is empty, so we don't have to load anything for that, obviously. Alright, so the block prototype equals database block prototypes block ID, and then the model is just the prototype. Actually, it's database models prototype model. Okay, I just need to get the correct type there. Okay, so this should work fine. Let's hope it does. Oh yay, color. Okay, so if we drag around, we can get a little better look. Okay, still doesn't look like much, but it's definitely an improvement. Now we can actually load custom models. Okay, so let's do the same thing for the monsters. Where is that? So we'll need to get the game data as well. Base. Okay, and again, monster prototype. Battle monsters. That's the monster ID, isn't it? So or is it? No, it's the actual monster, so we just need the proto ID. Okay, and then database monster prototypes proto ID, and then last thing is database models. Come on. Autocorrect. Alright, there we go. Okay, so yeah, this changes the layer. So I should actually, while I'm thinking about it, Should do this as well for the blocks. I actually used to, but I took it off. Name to layer. What did I call it? Okay, it's called fields. Okay, so I don't need to add the collider. It's not needed for this. I just need to make sure that all the colliders have this correct layer. Otherwise, our raycasting wouldn't see it. Okay, so this, it does have the block collider actually. Why? Oh, because I guess we need to know what index it is. Okay. But that won't be available. Oh, why did it take me there? To the mods, so I should delete them. So this does not have that object on it, does it? Game object, add component. And then I need to probably change a little bit in the mouse picking now. It's down here, isn't it? And the UX. Because we have that get component in parent, but I don't need to do that. It probably would be better actually to get it in the component, because then we'd only have to add one. So I think I'll actually change both to do that. Why not? But this should be add component. And then monsters. Monster collider and monster index. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna need to rebuild the asset bundles now. So unfortunately that's not automatic. So replace the files. Should be all that's needed. Okay, so now, okay, well it's not, oh no it is green. Oh right, so green is a tile, red is a monster, so. And there's no errors if I click on anything, so that's good. Okay, I can still move. Okay, perfect. So now we have the ability to load in basically any prefab we want for monster and tiles. Oh, except these are wrong, aren't they? One of them should be silver. Maybe that's just because the monsters both use the same prototype right now. Yes, it just says alive in position. It's a good point, actually. Oh, it doesn't save the. It doesn't save the map anymore. I was going to say that we need to make sure that we save the monsters by name and not ID, because the IDs might not be the same between games. So I'm looking for a save monster. So public, gosh, public string monster, I don't know, this is called prototype name. Can add that down here. So this is player 1's monster because it's index 0, so this will be gold. And silver. Alright, so now I've got to hop back into the loading. Oh, actually in map generation. Where is that? Not networking. Right here. So I guess it's this, because that's what creates the monsters. Alright, so for each monster we need to figure out its prototype name. So let's just make a helper function here. Find prototype. Oh, let's see. Monster prototype index. So for each prototype and database. Do I not have the database here, really? I'm surprised. Let's just copy this. Actually just be a get. Alright, so for each prototype and database, oh, I don't know, let me type. Monster prototypes. If, oh, I can't do it for each because I need to have the index, so for int I equals 0. Database, monster prototypes count, and then let's do monster. Well, I guess I don't really need to cache the value because I'm only going to use it once. I.name equals name, then we return I. Now we don't need to do something like too lower invariant because the mod loader takes care of that for us. And then if nothing is found, then we need to throw an error, so throw a new map gen exception. Unknown monster prototype. Alright, so alright, and then so I guess this doesn't actually hold its prototype yet. Yeah, it does, prototype ID. Yeah, I should delete some of this stuff because it's not used yet and it's just confuse things. I guess I should make sure that's not causing any errors. That's okay. Okay, so what was that? Prototype. Why is it not showing up? Oh, because there's no comma. Okay, So prototype ID equals find monster prototype index, and then we have the save monster prototype name. Alright, there we go. Guess I don't use this bench yet, do I? No, so I'll delete that as well. I do use alive though, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Okay, so let's see if the game will accept those changes. Okay, so unknown monster prototype null. Oh, I think I'm using the wrong save file. Yeah, it should be this test save. Yeah, because this actually has the mods and everything. Okay, and now it looks like we have 1 silver and 1 gold monster. And everything looks okay. Alright. Trying to think if there's something else quick I can do. I think the next on our list will probably be to start implementing like real abilities into the monsters. I keep on saying this, I really want to like brush up on modeling so I can make some half decent art, because I think that will make the game a lot more fun to test. Yeah, so I'll need to think about it. But I guess I'll call it for tonight because not really any small projects I can do. And I only have about 5 more minutes anyway, so... sorry Storm, I'm just wrapping up. I was able to get everything loaded though, so... now we have different colors. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it for tonight, so thanks everybody for coming by and watching. I'll be back tomorrow. It's difficult for me to start right at 8, but hopefully I won't be too late. And we'll continue on this. I'll need to sit down and think about what I want to do, for sure. Thanks, Storm. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's very plain. I need to do something about the background, too. Yeah, there's just a lot of work that needs to be done with the graphics, but I'm not sure if I should prioritize that or the gameplay at this point. I guess gameplay, so... But anyway. That's all for me for tonight, so yeah, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Alright, bye-bye.